Hey there, you're listening to The Mighty Mommy with some quick and dirty tips for practical parenting. It was just about 2 years ago when I met Grammar Girl, Mignon Fogarty, and suggested that I might be able to do a podcast about parenting tips. She was and continues to be such an amazing inspiration to me. Thank you, Mignon. I can't believe I've made it this far. Reaching 100 episodes feels like a great accomplishment. I'm quite proud, but even more so, I'm thankful to all of my listeners who tune in each week. Your questions and comments have helped me along my journey to 100. Speaking of your questions and comments, this episode is going to review the top 3 questions I've received most often, and the most helpful tips I've received and shared regarding these questions. Potty training. I receive loads of potty training questions. I've covered my thoughts and tips about potty training in 3 previous episodes. Most often, the questions I receive are in regard to kids who start training and then take a step back or stop wanting to use the potty. The tip I'd like to share with parents who are worried during these transitions is to let the child lead. There may be a reason that a child wants to take a step back. He might be learning a different skill at the same time. My son took a step back during his training and suddenly started talking, which he wasn't doing much of previously. Then, a few days later, he was back on the right track to potty training. Be patient, and unless you're worried about a medical issue, let your child work through it on his own, and the transition will be much smoother. Sleep issues. Questions come into my email box all the time with different types of issues regarding sleeping or non-sleeping children. Sometimes the children won't go to sleep, sometimes they won't stay asleep, and sometimes mommy and daddy just need to get some sleep. Since every child is different, I can't say that any one way will help your child sleep through the night or go to bed easier. But the best thing you can do is offer a bedtime routine. The routine is up to you, and you may need to try a few different methods before you find the one that works best for you and your child. I found that my children go to sleep much easier if they have some mommy or daddy time before bed. We cuddle up and read 3 stories, and then we sing a few songs together. I try to choose lullabies, but sometimes the kids just can't get enough of head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I don't argue because the most important thing for them is that they have that special time before they go to sleep. We say goodnight to the stuffed animals and to each other, and it always helps to settle them in. If they do wake up at night, remember, it's a good idea to go check on your child. You don't know what's wrong until you see for yourself. He may just need a hug, but in case it's something more serious, you should always be there if your child wakes in the middle of the night for any reason. Temper tantrums. Oh, temper tantrums are no fun. I know that you agree because I hear about them more than any other behavior issue. I've had a lot of positive feedback from parents who've used my suggestion to blow bubbles or have your child blow bubbles when a temper tantrum arises. The thing to remember is that once your child has dissolved into a tantrum, there is no reasoning with him. You can't do anything to help until your child calms down. Blowing bubbles will get his attention. Once you have his attention, let him blow some bubbles too. This isn't done to reward the child for his behavior. It's a method you're using to cause your child to take deep breaths. This will help your child calm down, possibly even enough for you to have a conversation with them. Another thing to remember about blowing bubbles is that parents can use this on themselves, too. If you ever feel like you're having a temper tantrum, try blowing some bubbles. You'll feel better, and it's fun, too. You may even forget why you were upset in the first place. That's it for now. Thank you again for your continued support of the Mighty Mommy podcast. I truly appreciate your taking the time to tune in each week and look forward to learning new tips for parenting that I can share with you. If you'd like to request a topic for the Mighty Mommy, you can email me directly at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com or leave a message by calling 206-202-2185. This is your friend, the Mighty Mommy, wishing you happy and fun parenting.